Greetings once again, fellow girls, guys, and gaming fans. This is Small Archangel. Welcome to another episode of Conan Exiles. Thank you for joining me today, and I've noticed something interesting. Since the last episode, which if you watched it, we were starting to sort of really build up our walls here. You can see this is more or less what we did in the last episode. Since the last episode, what I've been doing apart from resource grinding is paving underfoot here, which has leveled the terrain very nicely. So I've actually used a mixture of ceilings, stone brick ceilings and stone brick foundations, depending on the depth of the the terrain in whichever area, in order to pave the whole bit. And I actually started kind of in this corner over here, because if you remember, that went down really quite a long way, and I just wanted it all to be level so that we can see out of all of our little shooting holes here. And I also wanted to flatten this bit here, because that way we're obviously going to find it an awful lot easier to build ourselves some structures here. So whether we're talking about towers for defense for our external walls, of which I'm going to build at least 3, or whether we're talking about a stable block, which I actually want to build here as well, in anticipation of mounts. Although, to be honest, probably going to be building that after we get mounts, because we might possibly have extra structures and things, or items that we need to add to that, for, sort of using mounts, taming mounts, whatever you like. So that's probably going to be there. So I've been doing this in the process of paving the world like this. I noticed that this flag here now has physics, or has an animation. It doesn't have physics, I don't think. It looks pretty good, to be fair, but it's now animated and blows in the wind, which the other one does not. And the reason for this is I replaced this one because while I was placing these things down, I noticed that I couldn't place one where our thrall is here, and I wondered if it was because the flag was in the way. So I took the flag away, and then I had to replace it, and the one I replaced it with has movement, and the one that is old, pre-patch, which obviously changed that, does not have any movement. You'll notice the one over there has now stopped now, so it only flaps when you're right up close to it, but this one doesn't even do that. Unless, oh, look at that, it looks like we can pick it up, but I don't honestly believe we can pick it up. Can we pick it up? Oh, look, now I've clicked on options, the thing started blowing because I interacted with it. Now ain't that interesting? So there we go. That's good. If I interact with them, I didn't have to actually destroy that one to replace it. That's great, but it definitely wasn't moving before. That might explain some of the bugged out physics I now have in the game, where my hair and clothing no longer moves, and no longer has any movement to it at all, which is kind of annoying. But that also may be just a single player issue. I don't actually know. So what we're going to do this episode, well, first of all, I'm going to use some of these to sort of finish the job as much as we can of paving our outside area here. It's annoying that the grass clips through, but not that surprising. That's kind of what happens. It would look better if it didn't, but hey, we just have to live with it. We can't place any foundations or sort of ceilings here right next to the gate, so what I've decided to do is just leave that blank like this. Oh look, we can place these in there as well. They're not absolutely level, it doesn't look like with some of them. There we go. I'll leave that blank as well, and I just want to fill in perhaps up to that wall. Yeah, because I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this area, because I don't mind replacing the well so much, or even the Wheel of Pain, possibly if I have to, but I don't ideally want to replace this altar, especially since it's a tier 2 altar now. I don't want to replace that, so I might just leave this whole area at the back as sand. I do not have a problem with that. I am fine to do that. So if you watched the last episode, you'll know we were building this up. We were starting to build up our walls a little bit more, and we've actually got some more resources now to be able to do that some more. Now that's static again. That is quite weird. Maybe it's just a really delayed response thing. I don't know. Probably is, isn't it? I don't know. Okay, so we're going to make... I've got some already here, actually, that I made earlier. Here's some I made earlier. Because... So we'll leave the rest. We'll get this, otherwise we'll be over-encumbered before we even start. So what I've decided to do, I said at the end of the last episode, is try and make towers to access the walls by. So I've mapped out a tower here where I've basically got a doorway there, and then I've got a little window there, and we're going to make a tower. We're going to make 3 towers, definitely. We're going to make one opposite this, just right at the opposite end of our gate post, gateway there. We're going to make one over in the corner there, and that might do us. I might put a 4th one somewhere else as well. I'm not entirely sure. But we're going to make the first one here, and it's going to get dark soon, and when it does, I'm going to sort of have to stop filming till the morning. But we are going to actually place some, maybe what I'll do is switch task to placing lighting, because we could do with that actually. So what I'm going to do, and I'm gritting my teeth slightly when I'm doing this, I've got it kind of planned out and I think it's going to work, but I'm not absolutely certain, so we're going to find out. Oh yeah, that's not quite the way around I want it. I want it like that. Okay, so I think this staircase is going to go round and do what we want it to do, but I couldn't absolutely swear to it. Not enough stability at socket. I hate that bug. Why does it do that? Okay, let's place a floor there. And let's see if we can place some stairs there. Not enough stability at socket. What does that even mean? It doesn't mean anything to me. It really, really doesn't. So I have no idea what that actually means. I've had it happen to me before. And sometimes when it happens, you can sort of persuade it to work by just kind of wiggling around a little bit and just trying it from a different angle, but quite a lot of the time honestly you can't, and it just will not place them regardless of what you do. So I don't know, let's just see if we can place that there. No, it's not wanting to place there at all, is it? Okay, let's just see. Oh, I'm kind of nervous about this. I don't really want to be taking out walls at this point, because I'm a bit worried it'll collapse the whole thing. See, invalid building placement. As far as I can make out, there's nothing invalid about it. Nothing whatsoever. Okay, so yeah, and that one as well, similarly invalid. So that's actually quite a lot of wall I'm gonna have to take out there to do this, and I'm not a happy bunny about it at all. So especially since probably, yeah, result in the entire lot collapsing with no actual warning. There we go. Now I do have some spare walls in here, thank heavens, but you know, there's no such thing as a free lunch. It does cost. That's the right way around, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. There we go, there we go. Okay, jolly good. But I'm gonna have to do the same thing here probably. I'm gonna have to take this out. Let me just get my torch, because quite honestly it's dark as anything around here. I'm probably gonna, yeah, let's deal with that in the morning, because what I want to do now, while it's dark, I want to place some exterior lighting. So what I'm going to do, probably around the outside on the walls where the walls are built, I'm going to place some wall torches. But for now, what I want to do is make some Stygian braziers, which in any case give out more light. So for those we need, what do we need? Branches, and I can't remember. Here we are, branches, stone and bone. Alrighty, I'm pretty sure we've got all of those things. I've got some branches here, so let's have a bunch of those. I have no idea how many it takes. Really none. I've got some stone in here. There we go. I always try and keep this full. There we go. And we've got bone as well. Oh, it's still quite dark around here actually. None of the lighting in game is particularly effective at this point, but the Stygian braziers do seem to be more so. Let's see how many we can make with that. Braziers here. Craft 6. Okay, and what we're going to run out of first, do we reckon, for that? 20 bone. Okay, we might need some more bone. It's not like I've got anything else much to do with it. Let's see if we can make some more now. So I'd like to have 10 of them at least. No? Maybe we need some more stone. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. So I'd like to be able to make a fair few of these, because we need to put them all the way around the outside of our base. Stone, 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 stone. There we go. Now let's see how many we can make. And however many I can make, I'll make the lot. 4. There we go. Now we've got 10 of them. Jolly good. Alright, so let's start out the back here. Right, these are B. And I've not got ever so much here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out by placing one either side of my little porch area here. And then that lights that up nicely. We're going to have to light up around here as well, and as I say, around the walls too. Where's my other porch? Sorry it's so dark, folks, but that is kind of deliberate so that I can see what I'm actually lighting up and how well it's lighting it. So long as I can see to actually place my items, that is. There we go. Lovely. I also prefer the look of the Stygia abrasions. They look nicer, don't they? Okay, maybe I will just like have a torch because I really can't see a thing. And I think we'll have one either side of our gateway here as well. And one either side of our main gateway. There we go. Okay, we can take it for granted that this is all as dark as anything, can't we really? Let's just place that there. And another one on the opposite side. There we go. And then we've got 2 left. Let me just turn this torch off and then see where we're at. Okay, we've kind of got a bit of lighting there, but not a great deal. Possibly the best thing to do with these now, she says, totally failing to... Oh, it's there, look. It just doesn't light up, does it? Is to place one... Perhaps we need to place one next to each of our... There we go, each of our flags like this. Light up our... thralls like little Christmas trees. There we go. And I will make and place a load more of those all the way around the outside, so we have some light even at night, and that way we're going to make it easier for ourselves to what did we run out of there? Every flipping time. I swear a recent update has made it so that she has to drink far more often. Either that or that survival perk really has a big effect on how rapidly you get through it. I don't know. Anyway, it's getting light now, so we don't need to worry about lighting anymore. But rest assured, I will be putting more of that in place. So we've got a staircase to try and... Yeah, there we go. I've made another bit of stairway, but we're going to need to try and place it, and I've got a horrible feeling that I'd try to place this. Let me just put my roofy bits in there. I have a horrible feeling in trying to place this. What we're going to have to do is remove this bit of wall, because it's just not going to place otherwise, is it? Look at that. It's just not going to place. It will go quite happily where it makes no sane sense whatsoever, but it will not go. And there. I mean, what the heck? It places there? How exactly is that going to be of any use whatever? So that error does drive me utterly bonkers from time to time. There we go. Not enough stability at the socket. It doesn't even mean anything. There we go. And it looks like, look at that, we can even put one there. What? That is utterly bonkers. So that makes no sense at all. But if I take this out, I'm feeling the whole flipping wall is going to go. Look at that. The whole flipping wall, more or less, has just gone. And I don't think there's a single thing I could have done to prevent it. There we go. Lovely. So we've now got... yeah. I'll just put that back, shall we? Yes. And now I've got to spend all of the bits of spare wall I've built just to fill in the hole. There we go. Lovely, isn't it? Great stuff. Brilliant. But on the bright side, we now can access our walls. And this is what I was talking about doing last week. And it has worked out. So a 3x3 structure can support a nice sort of, a spiral-ish staircase like that. So that's pretty good. Okay, now we did a little bit of putting floors down on top of our walls like this last week, but since then I've had a bit of a rethink, and I've thought that actually probably when people talk about crenellations, what they probably mean, and I think you can actually put fences directly on top of walls. I've tried doing it, I think it works, but that's not what I'm planning on doing here. What I'm thinking of doing here is, instead of putting our walkway here around the inside of the top of the walls, what I'm thinking of doing it is putting it over the outside of the top of our walls. Let me just demonstrate. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to do this. I will just start by where our tower actually is, because that makes sense. There we go. We can do it, can't we? That works. There we go. That is going to work, I think. Like that. There we go. And then we're on the outside, and no climbers are going to be able to get past that, now are they? Used a very similar mechanic, of course, in 7 Days to Die, but I wasn't sure if this game would permit us to do that. But it does. Fantastic. So that is what we'll do. So instead of having a walkway here, we will have a walkway. In other words, I am going to be able to take all these down. Yes, I'm kind of loath to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway, preferably while I'm not standing on them. That way we can at least use some of the resources. What do we get? Half back? Not even that? I don't know. Not even that, but let's just make sure we're not standing on them when we trash them. There we go. And then we can probably make at least one more of these and shove it there. There we go. Can we make another one? Yeah, we can. Okay, and on we go in that kind of... Oh, hello. Not over there. Hello. In front of me? Yes? No? Can we do that? Yes, we can. Jolly good. In this kind of direction. It's a shame we can't make ones with hatches or, you know, holes that we can chuck boiling lava through or oil through or something like that. Because that is what I really find myself wanting to do at this point. Is have that kind of defense. And then, as I say, if the game permits, we will place, and I hope it will, we will place... For example, walls here, and it looks like it does. Nice. I'm not going to place actual walls. I'm going to do something similar probably to what we've got at the top of our archery tower over there. So door frames and or pillars basically, so that we can have a couple of archers up here and we can have them running up and down and hopefully sort of shooting downwards. I might have to put a fence on the inside of the wall to stop the silly fools from falling down. They probably won't, to be fair, but I'm not sure if I want to leave that to chance, because archers running around and, you know, they are not, there's no way they're going to AI path their way back up the stairs, is there? There is just no way. So there we go. So that is the plan from here on in. So I've got a couple more bits probably of sort of, yeah, ceiling that we've placed over there that I'm going to have to take down now and rethink. But I think if this is worth doing, it's worth doing right. And this is why I wanted to place some bits before we did the others. So you can see I've just started to build this tower here, but I just wanted to see if the stairs would work first. And they do. So what we're going to do, we're going to place an exactly identical tower on the opposite side here. So we're going to start doing that now, I think. I'm a little bit worried that the wall is going to stymie us again, which would be expensive. So rather than let that happen, I think I might have some sandstone structures left over. If I've not, I will make some. And then if we have to trash a bit of wall, because I'm not going to be able to place them. I'm not going to be able to place stairs where there's no wall. So I'm going to have to be able to place them against something. And in order to be able to do that, I'm going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to have to destroy... Okay, so what we're going to do for the moment... Not that one. I want the one with no windows in. Here we go. I'm pretty sure that I'm correct in doing that. So we've got a 3x3 tower. And if we're making this exactly the same as the other, we've basically got our stairs coming from here. So we need another floor... Thank you. I am not holding the right thing there. I want a floor. Where is my floor? No, all the way up, please. There we go. And our stairs are going to come from there. We don't have any stairs left, do we? We do not have any stairs left. No, we're going to have to make some, but I'm pretty sure we haven't got enough resources. We might have. Oh, we might have. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look. We've just destroyed an awful lot after all. Stairs, stairs. There we go. Oh, 11. No, we don't need that many. Let's just make 3. That might be enough. And I'm going to put my window wall away for the time being. And we need to make some more ceiling bits as well. Let's see how many of those we can make. Yeah, I think I probably only need about 3 of those as well. So that's fine. And we'll get our... stairs here. Okay, so we will get to a point where we probably can't place stairs anymore. When we get to that point, we will place sort of cheaper walls, perhaps. That will work there, but I'm fairly sure at this point we won't be able to place a floor because it hasn't got... Yeah, there. Basically, we need a wall there to snap this onto, and I'm not willing to use one that I might have to trash. Actually, the stairs aren't going to have to go there, so that should be fine. That should work fine. Let's do that. That should be okay. There we go. Now, here is where our stairs are going to need to go. Can I place them? I can place them there. That's nice. Okay. And then we need one more floor just there. And we actually need one more lot of stairs here. And here, this... Oh, there you go. And this time it actually worked. Fantastic. Okay, so that worked this time, which is great. I'm a big fan of that functioning properly. That's lovely. Okay. Yeah, we've got some bits of wall left here, so I will just wall this stairway in, so that bit there at least is a little bit finished off. And then we're going to need to fill in these gaps here as well. There we go. So we've sort of got a fairly precarious looking structure there that doesn't really go anywhere, and obviously masses of gaps in our walls. And we're going to do the same thing with the tower over in the opposite corner as well. So before we do anything else, I'm going to go and get some more resources, and we are going to make a third tower. And then at least when we've done that, we know for sure that we've got what it takes. I need some more. Do I need any more wood? I'm not sure if I do. Okay, I'm going to put those back as well. Let's see. We've got some more of these actually, so I will take those as well, just so that we've got tons of resources, and we should be able to make loads, shouldn't we? There we go. Let's just take all of this. All of it, damn it! And then we can make loads. Okay, here we go. So we're going to need to make some stairs. So let's do that before we can get there, shall we? Let's make what we know we need. 1, 2, 3, and we need some floors. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay. Alrighty, and our other tower is going to be in this corner here. And again, we're going for a 3x3 structure. And again, I'm going to need walls. So yeah, again, here we're going to have our stone, our sort of, our first set of stairs here. So we're going to need some more of these walls as well, aren't we? Let's just make, for the moment, 3 of them. Ooh, we're leveled up. Nice. Good, because we're going to need those level up points to spend on stamina for our next episode, because our next episode, yeah, I know that looks weird, hey ho. Our next episode, we're going to see the climbing tutor, and we're going to need him for that. Let's just do that, because I thought of know what I'm doing now. That, and then we're going to need these, and we're going to need to do the same thing as we did last time here, aren't we? Let's make another wall, place that there, place this there. Oh, I'm going to need another one of those actually, aren't I? So we'll go ahead and craft another one of those as well. This will hopefully place like that. This one. Oh, hello. Place. Yes, there we go. And one more stair, which may or may not consent to place there. Yes, it does. I think they have a problem with the wall being above them actually. So that is probably what our issue has been there all along. Okay, so we've got 3 towers to construct now, and you can see from the one I've placed over here roughly what my plan is. We've got a doorway here, which look at that. Could have my eye out on that, couldn't I? Look at the state of that. It's more dangerous to me than it is to anybody else, surely. And we're going to have some little windows in them as well, so we can kind of see out and things. Hey ho, it makes no odds. There's no difference, I don't think, in price and materials for whether we put them in or not. But I quite like the way they look. Hey ho, that's just me. So we're going to have a tower which obviously is going to go up to the top level of these walls and beyond. And I may well put a flat roof on them as well, so we can wander around on the roof and really get a massively sort of vertigo-inducing view, which would be lovely. And I'm just going to take a drink before she starts whinging again. There we go. Just preempt that, because I can't stand that noise. So for the moment, let's see how many walls we can make, because right now my main priority is 56. Awesome, let's do it. My main priority before building these towers is actually to place as many of these walls as we can. So basically get the exterior walls built first, even if the purge is not due out until, you know, sort of nearer to release or whatever. I don't quite know when this game is releasing actually. I'm not up to speed on that. So yeah, even if the purge update is not the one that's coming out next when I'm on holiday. Can I place that please? Yes? No? You got the right way around? Yeah, it's a miracle. Okay, those floors up there, I'm going to have to wait until I can actually get to them. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach them at the moment to be able to take those out. So they're just going to have to stay put, aren't they? Realistically. There we go. And we'll finish that little bit there as well. So yeah, my main priority is going to be, nonetheless, building-wise, getting the exterior walls in place, and then we'll get the towers built. That way I know that my resources are being spent on the most valuable bit, really, of our defences, because it really is a grind fest doing this, as you can imagine. Not only gathering the resources to, the raw resources to make our sort of walls and things with, but then actually making the flipping, making the hardened bricks and the reinforced steel and what have you as well. Oh, it does take a lot of doing off camera. So yeah, at this point, just prioritising. In case I lose the will to live, I really can't be bothered grinding any more resources. Okay, here we go. So I can probably finish off this corner. What have I got left? 30. That's good. There we are. And as I say, I think this is as high as these walls is going to go, folks. I think if we've got that overhang at the top, we are not going to need to go any further. Have we got a wall behind those stairs? Yes, we must have, mustn't we? We're not actually going to need to make them any higher than that, so that's fantastic. Because, yeah, climbers will know they're not going to be able to get over unless they've got some sort of siege engine with an enormous kind of ladder affair going on. Then, possibly, they'll get over, but that is kind of a bit cheating. Anyway, we will take them as we find them. Have we got some more? Yes, cannot place. No, you're lying to me, aren't you? Please tell me you're lying to me. Okay, and then this corner I'm just ever so slightly nervous about, because as I say, this bit just doesn't quite meet up. However, I think it'll be alright. Oh, we've run out now. And not enough resources. There we go. So we've got this annoying gap there, but as I say before, that was kind of caused by, and it's caused that as well, unfortunately, that little step there. That was caused by this pile of dirt over here, which would not allow me to place, that's just part of the terrain, can't do anything about that. It would not allow me to place, to snap them together at this point, snap the foundations together. Yeah, probably would have done better to just place foundations all the way around the bottom to begin with, and in future builds, that is what I will do. Basically, that is what I will do. So there we go, folks. All right, so as I say, we've got most of the flooring paved here. Probably on this side and on the other side, I will pave as much as I have done and then leave it, and we've just got paving all the way around the outside. Yeah, that we've done the same thing, so that's nice and symmetrical on both sides. So our sort of floor paving is now done. What I'm going to do off camera obviously is more grindy. I will take those out, and basically we'll work on the principle that we are being very careful up here so I don't die. Yeah, we will work on the principle that, no, I can't even make one of those. Okay, that we are making our walkway overhanging and on the outside. Hopefully this bit here, yeah, we're far enough for that from that rock that it shouldn't be a problem. We don't have anything too close on any of the sides. That shouldn't be an issue. That way, hopefully, we'll be a bit less enclosed on the inside. We'll have an overhang so nothing can climb up, and they might even have more of a trouble with, any kind of laddery type or any kind of thing the purge might throw at us. They might have a bit more difficulty, and then we'll have a little run around at the top for our archer thralls. We will gather many archers, and we will build structures that they can shoot through, like we've already done the top of the inside tower. Those archers, I might leave them there, but I might put them on the outside walls as well, because frankly they're going to be more use there. I'm not planning on letting anybody in to our inner sanctum, and once they do get to the inner sanctum, I think probably it's all over anyway, isn't it? So I don't know. The plan is to keep them out, and hopefully we'll manage to do that. So folks, we've got 3 towers. I may possibly build a 4th. If I do, I'm not entirely sure where, because as I've said before, our 4th corner over here is occupied by a shrine, and I have no intention of removing that. So and I'm not sure, we're not going to be able to put a tower here. It's not going to work. It's going to intersect with a shrine. So I could put one here, but it's not going to be big enough to actually fit the stairs in unless it sticks out a bit. So I might actually just leave it at 3 towers and call it done. Or maybe I'll put a tower here. Yeah, because the shrine part sticks out anyway. So actually, yeah, possibly here. Yeah, we could do that. We could put a shrine. Oh, no, possibly not absolutely opposite that one, unfortunately. I don't think it's quite going to work, is it? Because this brazier is in the way. Maybe I'll have to move the brazier. But even if I move the brazier, I possibly won't be able to make... I will try it. I think off camera between now and I will be doing lots of work, obviously. But I hope you have enjoyed this episode and will join me for the next episode, in which we'll be doing something a little bit different. We will be going to see... the climbing tutor who resides, as we found in the last episode, bit 1, at Fingerfang Rock over there, and that is going to be an adventure. Yes, I'm hoping that he's going to give us some good climbing gear. We're going to invest all of our skill points, of which we have many at this point. What have we got to spend on? We've got 265. Hello. I'm actually planning on putting all of those in grit. Though we will have an epic amount of stamina, we can always reset and rebalance them later on. But for the moment, I'm planning on putting all of those, that's why I haven't spent them so far, into grit. And then we've got plenty of stamina, so we have less chance of dying, even so it's going to be a challenge. And we're going to have to go about it a little bit carefully and strategically. So I do hope that you guys will join me for that. In the meantime, I am going to carry on resource grinding and resource and crafting, building resource crafting. I'm going to carry on building our walls. I might think about where we could possibly put another tower. As I say, I would ideally like to place one here opposite the one that's over there. But I probably won't get around to building the actual towers themselves on the inside. I'll just get the, you know, the walkway around the outside plus the stairs to access them. Because that is the priority, really. Okay guys, so as I say, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know, hit that like button. Also feel free to leave me your hints, tips, comments and suggestions. And if you've got any building tips, keep them coming. I love them. They're really very valuable to me at this point. Still learning the ropes. And until the next episode guys, keep gaming, keep surviving and stay happy. Bye bye for now.